What's good, everybody? I hope you guys are actually doing well. So, we are gonna do a little Sunday swing on the trades really interested, like the setup I'm really interested into taking for next week. So, you gotta understand something really quick, which is about fundamentals, because a lot of people neglect fundamentals, and those are the things that actually drive the market. Okay. The first thing you have to understand that drives the market right now is the war. Okay. The war. And then the second thing is Trump. And the third thing is going to be, let me say, let me put the size. The size. Okay. The third thing is going to be basically the macros. Okay. What I mean by the macros is the the economic situation of any country related to the pair that you are trading. Okay, the first thing is war. You have to understand something. The war is impacting the market. How does it impact it? If the war goes, if there is no more war, the war, that means that there will be, we are going to be on a risk on environment. If there is war, we are on a risk off. Okay, if there is war, we are on the risk off. So depending on these two things, the market will move. Okay. So if there is more an extension of the ceasefire, if there is an extension of the ceasefire, that means that there will be no war. We are going to be on a risk on environment, and if there is no extension of the ceasefire and the war keeps on going, we are at risk of environment. And let me explain to you real quick on the markets. Okay, first of all, the first setup, Euro CHF. This setup is a risk off setup. What does that mean? Okay, if we're on a risk off environment, that means that risk off assets gain in value, such as the dollar, the Swiss franc, the Japanese yen. Okay, so if the war keeps on going, the euro will lose in value, the dollar will win in value, and the Swiss franc will win in value. That means that that means that Euro CHF shorts would be really interesting. Okay, see, so Euro CHF shorts would be really interesting if the war keeps on going and Trump says, okay, we are going to keep on fighting against Iran. Okay. The second thing, the second setup, okay, is CAT CHF. CAT CHF, very nice setup right now. But the thing is, Canadian dollar is gaining in value, and the reason is quite simple because oil prices are higher. If oil prices are higher, and Canada is a country that actually exports a lot of oil, Canadian dollar will gain in value. So if the war stopped, Canadian dollar will lose in value. So this is right here, CAT-CHF. It's a risk on setup. Okay, so if Trump says we are not, we are gonna have a ceasefire, we are gonna have a deal, Canadian dollar against Swiss franc will basically normally lose in value, we go down. So a short position in that case would be really interesting. Okay, you have to understand these things because when I was trading before, when I used to trade set and forget, I'm still trading set and forget strategy. But when I was not including fundamentals, I used to get wigged out a lot. And now that we are having this situation between Iran and Israel and the United States, which is a war, we can see more momentum, right? And a lot of people are losing way more money. And that's why I'm telling you guys to be careful with these kind of things, okay? The third setup is GBP NZD, which is a risk on environment trade. If there is no war, I mean, if they have extension of the ceasefire or a deal, is about to break out. GPNTD short will be really great because this is a nice area of interest, by the way. Technicals, we don't forget technicals. The 4 hour is still bearish, regardless of the fact that we took a loss because there was a lot of uncertainty. If we have a pullback to this area of interest right here, it's gonna be interesting to take a sell. All right, there you go. Come to it. Next setup, GBP JPY. This one, if we have the ceasefire, GBP JPY really interesting, but I don't really like the setup because we are at the all-time highs, and this level, it's not the best level, but it's all good. Okay, the data is bullish. The 4 hour is as bullish as well. Okay, now it's bearish. We want to break a structure and then take the loss. EuroCAD definitely the same thing. The 4 hours bearish, but the daily is bullish, and this is a nice area of interest with multiple rejection. This is probably the best setups right now. The best setup right now. So EuroCAD will be interesting, which is a risk on trade. That means if there's an extension of the ceasefire again, or if we have a deal between Iran and Israel and the United States, this might be really interesting. Okay, the daily is bullish. You can see this area of interest. Canadian dollar will lose in value because the oil prices will drop, and the dollar will lose in value, and euro take advantage of it. The next and final trade is NZDJPY, which is a risk on environment trade. Japanese yen is a risk of asset. We lose in value. New Zealand dollar, basically one of the most bullish currencies right now. So this is it. And these setups, I'm gonna keep them for myself because they are not ready yet. Okay, USDJPY, NZD that's what's up. Okay, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and if you guys have any questions, you guys can contact me on my Instagram or my socials. And okay, I'm gonna do another, a little video on Wednesday or Thursday to explain the trade that I took and the reason I took it.